Hi friends, it's Stacy. I thought it would be a good idea to get on here and show you all how to switch skeins of yarn, whether that be the same color because you're just running out, or maybe a new color because you're doing a project that involves stripes or something like that. It's really easy. I don't want you to freak out. It's very, very simple to do. So I've got a little swatch of single crochet that I started. I'm on the last stitch. So anytime you're switching color, you start your stitch like you normally would, and then when you get to the very last step, that is when you pull in your new color. And that principle applies for literally any stitch you're doing. So I'm going to show you single crochet. I'll show you double crochet, which might be overkill, but I want to make sure that you understand the principle. If you get it after I show you this first swatch, feel free to just jump off. But I like to be thorough, so I thought I would show that to you as well. All right, so I'm on the last stitch of this row. So I'm going to insert my hook underneath that V, yarn over, and pull up a loop. But rather than complete this final step where you yarn over and pull through the two, I'm going to drop the white yarn, drop my old yarn, and I'm going to bring in the new yarn. I'm using a contrasting gray just so you guys can see it. Make sure the tail is out away from you, your working yarn is toward you, and then you just literally take it and lay it over the top of the hook and pull it through for that final step of that stitch. And that is it. It is that simple. So let me get this other yarn out away. I'm not going to snip it. I mean, normally you could go ahead and snip your old yarn, but since this is just a little sample swatch, I'm not going to do that. All right, so then you just continue on as normal. Remember, with single crochet, you chain up one in order to get the needed height, and then you turn your work, and then you just start as normal. So I'm going to insert into this first stitch, the top of that first stitch under the V, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two. So you just, continue on down the line, just like you already know how to do. So if you're doing a project that calls for striping, that's how you do it. Not hard, right? Pretty easy. All right, let me show you how to do it with double crochet. If you don't want to watch this, feel free to jump off. I know this is overkill, but I like to be thorough, so. All right, so we're at our last, this is the last double crochet. This is the turning chain. I'm not counting that as my first stitch, so it's just kind of hanging out there on the side. All right, so but for this last stitch, you yarn over, insert your hook into the top of that stitch underneath the V, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're at the final step where you yarn over and pull through the final 2, but rather than complete that step with this yarn, I'm going to swap out my yarn for some red. The tail is out away from you. The working yarn is toward you. Just lay it right over the top of the hook and pull through. It's that simple. And then again, I'm not going to snip because this is just, a little sample swatch and I don't want to waste the yarn. But then you just continue on like normal. So remember, with double crochet, you chain up 3 to get that needed height. So that's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, and then turn your work. And then you just continue on like normal. So yarn over. I'm going into this first stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. And that's it. So if you're doing striping, that's what it looks like. That's how you do it. All right, I'm going to get off of here now and hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope this makes sense.